Heroes are supposed to protect us, but what happens when they become the monsters? When the symbols of hope twist into nightmares? When the ones sworn to defend us embrace the darkness instead? Some lose their way, others lose their minds, and a few, they were monsters all along. Today, we look into the abyss where heroes become horrors. In 2006, Marvel shocked readers with Marvel Zombies, written by Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead. It's an alternate universe where a virus turns Earth's greatest heroes into the flesh-eating undead. They aren't mindless zombies. They retain their intelligence, memories, and even personalities, but they need to feed. Spider-Man, the friendly neighborhood hero, devours Aunt May and Mary Jane, then breaks down sobbing, still craving more. The unstoppable hunger. Even after devouring Galactus and gaining his power cosmic, the hunger never stops. They move on to consume entire planets. It's the ultimate perversion of heroism. Their willpower, their intelligence, everything that made them great is now fueling their monstrous instincts. In Dark Knight's Metal, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo introduced a nightmare version of Batman from the dark multiverse. This Bruce Wayne was exposed to Joker toxin, infecting his mind, making him just as sadistic as the Clown Prince of Crime, while retaining all of Batman's intelligence, strategy, and training. The result is a Batman without morals, whose only mission is spreading terror across the multiverse. He uses kidnapped and Jokerized children, groomed as animalistic pets, who only say crow, to which Batman says bar when he wants them to stop. A sick reference to how Jason Todd died at the hands of the Joker using a crowbar. The Batman who laughs, outsmarts, and kills the entire Justice League using the contingency plans that he had set in place, including using black kryptonite on Superman, which drove him and his son murderously insane, killing Lois Lane before dying themselves. The perpetual grin, spiked visor that hides his eyes so you never know where he's looking, and a voice described as sounding like razor blades cutting through silk. Batman is meant to be the ultimate force of control. This is what happens when he embraces chaos instead. He's proof that the scariest villain isn't an alien or a god, it's Batman without limits. Injustice Year One showed a Superman whose moral compass was shattered after the Joker tricked him into killing Lois Lane. This is not an Elseworlds Superman who starts evil. This is a gradual descent into authoritarianism. He starts by killing Joker, then he starts enforcing peace through fear as he starts murdering anyone who gets in his way. Ultraman from Earth 3 is one of the best examples of someone with infinite power but zero joy. He's a brutal authoritarian that ruthlessly rules his version of the JLA, the crime syndicate, on an Earth where evil conquers all. Ultraman is always searching for something new to conquer, torment, or destroy. Superman is the personification of hope, but when you strip that away, all that's left is unchecked raw power, and that's terrifying. In the Ultimate Universe, Earth 1610, Reed Richards' brilliance turned against humanity after betrayal and isolation. His mind evolved, his skull warped, stretching unnaturally to house his ever-expanding brain. While faking his death, he murdered his own parents and sisters. One was a toddler and the other being a child, with zero remorse. Reed teleported one of the Children of Tomorrow, dubbed Death, to Washington with an antimatter weapon that destroyed the city instantly. No one survived, including the president and both houses of Congress. Unlike most villains, he's not fueled by rage, revenge, or greed. He simply sees humanity as a problem to be solved. He doesn't just destroy, he redesigns reality itself. The maker is what happens when the smartest man in the universe decides he no longer needs to be kept in check by morals. The Immortal Hulk reimagined Hulk as something unkillable, unstoppable, and nightmarish. Every time Bruce Banner dies, the Hulk reforms his body. Unlike the classic Hulk transformation, Immortal Hulk has grotesque, slow transformations where bones break, skin bubbles, and eyes bulge. Early in the run, the Avengers take down the Hulk with a blinding sun laser, handing him over to the shady operatives at Shadow Base. There, a twisted scientist chops him up like a science experiment, sealing his dismembered parts in separate jars for study. But this is the Hulk we're talking about. There's no cage, no jar, no force on Earth that can truly hold him. Even scattered across a lab, Hulk finds a way. His severed hand twitches and then snaps. One deafening crack later, every jar explodes, his broken body flying back together, and the unlucky scientist, he's trapped in the middle as the Hulk reforms around him, swallowed whole in a scene straight out of a horror movie. His story leans into cosmic horror. Hulk isn't just strong, he's an eternal force beyond human comprehension. Alan Moore's saga of the Swamp Thing redefined the character, making him something beyond human, a protector of the green tied to nature itself. Instead of a man transformed into a monster, Swamp Thing is a force of nature that only thinks it was once a man. His enemies fear him for a reason. He doesn't just kill them, he absorbs them, makes them part of the earth itself. To his existential horror, Swamp Thing learned he was never human. He's just a plant creature who inherited Alec Holland's memories. Comics aren't just bright colors and heroic triumphs. Sometimes they plunge deep into the darkest nightmares imaginable. Not every hero stays one. Not every monster starts as one. And sometimes the greatest threat to humanity is the one who once swore to protect it.